Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of Road to 43, where I take you through my journey of me getting back to a 43-inch vertical jump like I had at 23 years old. What's the difference? Now it's a decade later, I'm 33 years old and trying to achieve my highest vertical jump ever. And I will say, I am extremely excited to be done with the volume phase. I'm excited to taper. This is day one of my taper. So yeah, we are going to do some dunks today, some squats, some RDLs. We're doing a lot less volume, so that's exciting. Let's get it. All right, so we're at 9 feet, and one thing that I want to try today, and I'm going to see how I feel, is I want to skip my forward to reverse sled for 3 sets of 2 minutes, and I want to skip my 3 sets of 45-second isos, and instead I want to warm up with just sub-maximal dunks. So I'm going to see how I feel, but if I feel good, I'm just going to warm up with dunks instead of isos. So let's keep going. That was terrible. No! All right, we're at 9'6". Now, I don't want to jinx it, but I do feel a teeny weeny bit bouncy today. Knock on wood. 9'6" off vert. That's impressive. Said no one ever. Who do I think I am? Can't just approach that slow off your weak leg at 9'6". 9'7". Ooh. Train ball. Nine, 8. I think this is the point at which we let the right foot just fade away. So I'm just gonna actually do my 2 foot right left and my 1 foot left. My 2 best. Nine. All right, so we're at 9'10", and I don't know if I said this today. I think I said this already, but I'm going 1 inch at a time today. So I have done some extra jumps. Normally, I'll go like 8'6", 8'8", 8'10", 9 feet, 9'2", 9'4". Today I'm going 8'6", 8'7", 8'8", 8'9", 9'9". But I need to build jump capacity anyways, so. 9'11". I'm gonna make an executive decision because I am the executive of this channel. And I'm just gonna go to the big hoop because you guys have seen me dunk on this before. What we're trying to get is there. And I feel like I'm just fatiguing myself more and more with all of these sub-maximal dunks on the low rim, so we might as well just go for it. Floater. Now I am gonna need some warm-up jumps here just to build my confidence, so do not fret. Actually, I'm gonna move you guys back. I wasn't even thinking. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to give it 3 actual jumps, 3 real attempts where I'm actually trying to dunk. But I am still subconsciously a little bit worried about my knee. I would be so mad if I hurt my knee right now and I didn't get to squat today. Like, that's what I really want to do, is I really want to squat, because squats are going to be one of the main components of this taper, other than lowering the volume, that gets me dunking. So we don't have to do it today. This is day 1 of the taper. We got 3 weeks to do this, but I'm gonna give it 3 attempts. All right, so we got kettlebell swings, deep back squats, barbell RDLs, and standing calf raises. Now, I will admit, it's hard not to be like down, like demoralized when some shit like that happens, but I do have to remember this is day 1 of the taper. Day 1. Like, I just went through a 5-week volume phase. I cannot expect to feel good right now. All right, so we have 4 sets of 8 reps of kettlebell swings today, and to make this as hard as possible, I am going to use a purple resistance band. Now, this is a decent amount of resistance, so it might be too much, but we're gonna try it anyways. That was actually perfect. Let me give you guys a tutorial on how to set up your banded kettlebell swings, how to put the band on properly. It's very simple. This side that you're on, you put your band through, okay? Just like that, just droop it over, drape it over. Then you grab it, pull it over the handles, bada bing, bada boom, make it tight, make sure it's flat on the ground, and that is it. Then you pick it up, and you do your 8 reps, or however many reps you're doing, as intense as possible. All right, so what I programmed for myself was deep back squats, but what I think I'm going to do instead is some slow and controlled box squats. And the reason for this is because I just tried a deep back squat and my quad tendon still does hurt, even with just body weight. So it's just in super deep ranges of motion, that compressive loading as of right now is just too much for my tendon. And I also think that this will transfer more to my vertical jump by going a little bit heavier than I would with a deep back squat and less range of motion. So let's do it. So I do have to be careful because this feels really good. I want to go up in weight, but just because it feels good now doesn't mean it's going to feel good tomorrow. So I think, oh man, I might go up. I might do 225 for 5 sets of 5, slow and controlled, and see how I feel tomorrow. All right, so yeah, we're gonna stay right here. So I don't think this is quite 225. I think this is like 221 pounds, but it feels really good. And I'm tempted to be explosive on the way up, but I haven't touched this weight in a long time. And all of you know that tendons like slow speeds way more than they like fast speeds. So loading heavier than I have before and doing it quickly probably isn't the best look. So let me stay here, 5 sets of 5, see how I feel tomorrow. If my tendon feels good, then the next time that I do this, which is on Friday, I will load up a little bit heavier and go a little bit faster. So I have 4 sets of 8 RDLs. That's still a ton of, hold on, am I an idiot? Am I more of an idiot than I thought? 3 sets of 10 is 30, 4 sets of 8 is 32. It's supposed to be less volume. Oh, never mind. I took out a bunch of other post-chain exercises. Never mind. I knew what I was doing. All right, so we got 310 pounds on the bar. I am going to use some chalk. And there goes the grip, 4x6. All right, so if you're wondering how I got 8 reps on that second set, where I only got 6 reps on the first set, and somebody actually commented and said, if grip is the limiting factor, why don't you get some lifting straps? I've been putting this off way too long, but my whole plan the entire time was, number 1, I kind of wanted to improve my grip strength, but number 2, I just have always done a switch grip once it gets that heavy. So that is what I did the last set, and that's what I'm gonna do for my last 2 sets. So we got 2 more sets of 8 reps. Ooh. The bars here are so much better than the bars at the high school. Also, they have chalk here, which I could bring my own chalk to the high school, but definitely easier here. Now, you also might have noticed that I haven't superset anything today. And I normally don't add in any supersets whenever I have a back off phase, or in this case, a taper, just because I want every single rep, every single set to be with full intent. And sometimes when you're supersetting back and forth, you can get into a little bit of fatigued sets and fatigued reps, which I don't necessarily care that much about. In a volume phase, I still try not to do it, but in a taper or a back off, every set is fresh. That was fucking hard. I'm telling you guys, when I can squat heavy and fast, when my knee is 100 and I've built it up the correct way, I'm gonna be flying. So if my camera dies, which it might, you didn't miss much. I'm just doing 4 sets of 15 reps of standing calf raises with 220 pounds. All right, guys, so that does it. Workout 1 of the taper in the books. The jump session, very mediocre, but the lifts are coming through nicely. All the numbers going up. Barbell RDLs, even though I did use a switch grip this time, so that's gonna make a big difference, but we got 310 pounds for a set of 6, 8, 8, and 10. So that's some post-chain strength. When my anterior chain catches up, when my knee continues to feel better, as my body fat continues to drop, as my central nervous system continues to get fresh. Remember, these are all qualities and factors that play into a high vertical jump. So we got a lot of potential. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I love you all, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.